Good evening, Gooners. Welcome to In the North Bank, and welcome to a later version of the In the North Bank newsroom. I've got a guest on. I've got another one due on soon. Brian, how are you doing?
Paul, what's going on, dude? Thanks for having me on. You know, it's I know it's been a while since I've been on one of these, but glad to be involved. Glad to hang out, man.
Nah, it's good to see you again. I wanted to have a little kind of a lunchtime show on Monday. It didn't happen, so we're going to go a little deep in this one. It's there's going to be a few little things kind of going on. Obviously, we're going to go through the Premier League results from the weekend through to last night. Some absolute. I don't know if you caught the games last night.
I caught some of them, but running around, I wasn't able to see everything.
No.
I did see that Thomas the Frank Engine, which is the best nickname that I've ever heard, and I will always laugh about that. I heard he's looking for a new job now, so that's interesting.
I think he might be coming to look to try and maybe run the UK, take over as Prime Minister. And I think Keir Starmer might be heading over as interim manager. So,
I mean, he couldn't do any worse.
Yeah, well, look, he could finish the job, couldn't he? So Tottenham could go down.
Actually, Spency texted me a little while ago, and he's like, "Yeah, I just realized Spurs could actually get relegated," and it's like 900 laughing emojis behind it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just really funny. Certainly working with a lot of Spurs fans as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through those, and then we're going to go into the full context regards to Sunderland. Obviously, looking at not so much the top four as such, the top two, the race.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little kind of small, respectful laugh at like the bottom 5, 6. It's always nice just to finish on a good one. Brentford tomorrow, which turns out 3 massive games. I think in the context of our season, I think we'll go into that a little bit later. But this period now is really big. 3 away games. So earliest results of the weekend. Obviously, Leeds beating Forest, which was a really good result for them. Obviously picking up 3 points, going closer towards Tottenham. Man United then beating Tottenham. Was watching that before the game actually. On Saturday. They were atrocious, really bad. Palace won at Brighton after not many. Well, how many winless were they? I think they were quite a lot.
I think them losing basically all their players over the past 2 transfer windows. I mean, you've heard Glasner be all bent out of shape about it, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Palace isn't great right now, and it's really sad to see. I was really, really happy for them last year. Winning, I think their first trophy in their history. That was a great story, and just to kind of see them get ripped apart, as tends to happen, with those mid-table teams when they get any good, all their players go away.
Yeah. I said that it's like almost one of those when you suddenly look at almost on a different level. Obviously, with Leicester, you look at Leicester winning the league. Yeah, they're never going to really back that up and then go any further. It was luck, but obviously the cup run is luck. But then you suddenly think, well, look, could they go on a little bit more? And look, they never had their chance now, and it's like you're looking at that, and they've literally been pilfered and pillar to post, and just literally removed all the star players. Now, I mean, the Gyökeres for peanuts. I think didn't was the final nail. I think on that side, they could have
Yeah.
sold him in the summer. They could have had more money. They chose not to and stay strong, and then they pounded down and then sold him to another team. I get if Liverpool would have come back into him, but again, not for another team coming in. I don't know.
I mean, like I would do everything I could to not sell, one of our star players to somebody else in the Premier League. Because I mean, obviously, that your player is great for you, and if one of the big clubs is looking for him, there's a reason for it. But it's a double whammy because it makes you weaker, but it also makes your other, your rivals stronger. And it's like it's business, and I understand that, but in my opinion, it's bad business.
Yeah. No, I see. They've not earned anything from it. That's what I'm saying. In terms of real money that they can really go and spend and make a difference. And that should be the only way you'll actually get rid of those players. Is it going to be of benefit to you? It doesn't look like that's happened whatsoever on that side. Yeah, it could be without a manager at the. Sorry, I got distracted. So it just, it's one of those. It's just you look at it and you think, I've just lost my train of thought. Palace, if they go into the whole kind of like the next season with obviously not the players there, and then the new manager, it's going to be really hard for them. And I think they could be that next team to kind of go down.
I mean, I not to focus too much on Palace, but this is an interesting conversation. Like, I wonder who they would actually get to come in, and not necessarily a name, but if you're seeing the way the club is run right now, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, like I personally, seeing the way that it's kind of getting picked apart and seeing that there's no real plan or anything to kind of backfill who you have, I wouldn't take that job.
No, you'd be really questioning what project, what's the outlook going to look like for anyone coming in, and it will be probably trying to concentrate on youth and try and get that kind of coming in. But I don't know. It's looking worrying for them anyway, because considering obviously a lot of years in the top flight now since coming last back up, and now they potentially could be again how they have been previously, being a yo-yo club. We call them back over here. I don't know if that's a term on your side.
I mean, we don't do promotion and relegation yet.
Oh well, true. Yeah. You are kind of close shop, aren't you? But yo-yo is the term, and it's just like you go up and you come back down.
Yeah.
But it's sad because they are a well supported team, and it's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, speaking of yo-yo clubs, and clubs that started off shit and have kind of picked it up over the past couple of weeks. Burnley got beat at home by West Ham. Like what is going on there? Like, Nuno, so Graham Potter obviously sucked. And then Nuno came in, and he was kind of shitty for the first part of his tenure as well. He seems to have turned it around now. I still think they're gonna be in a scrap, but they're looking a lot better than they were.
Yeah. That's said. That's one of the other the cluster areas now where look, you've got Forest, you've got Leeds obviously up there with Tottenham, and West Ham were the ones that were kind of almost cut off. I think that was 6 points, 6 maybe 8 points. I think they were like a week ago, and look, they come in, they obviously beat Burnley, and obviously Tottenham dropping the points, and look, it gets a little bit tighter. And you look at it and you think West Ham, they couldn't be that low all season.
Yeah.
I go by low, I mean they've got a stadium full of fans that literally couldn't care less about being there. I mean, the drinking sessions were probably the highlight of the day, and the football was just a kind of just an extra kind of activity to it. I mean, that was kind of back in the latter Wenger days.
Well, I heard when they moved to London Stadium from Upton Park, like everybody was all sorts of bent out of shape about that. And, just because of the way the stadium is designed and, the location, like it doesn't have nearly the atmosphere that Upton Park. Yeah, it's Upton Park, right?
It was Upton Park. It's Olympic Park now, or London Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been there, and it's it's horrible. As a football stadium, it's not great, and the atmosphere, not. I mean, it was good last night. Obviously, they were winning against Man United, and got a sucker punch last minute, and dropped 2 points. And I tell you what, if they had picked up the points, Tottenham would be under severe pressure.
I was going to say, what they used to call that Fergie time back in the day.
Yeah. Still going on. Like, 7 minutes, I think it was. It was like, proper back to old school. But so we had Villa dropping points as well.
Yeah, saw that. I mean, Villa was doing well, and they've just kind of fallen off. I don't know. I actually don't recall offhand, any big incoming transfers for Emery in the winter window. And so, they're basically just running with what they got. And, I just don't think they have the quality to be able to keep up with us in City right now.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be a big ask. Again, it's still trying to juggle Europe and stuff, isn't it? It's just, I mean, it's never easy. You pick up a couple of injuries. I know Tielemans has been injured, hasn't he, as well? So again, it's a big kind of moment for them, I think. And as I said, if they could just keep still ticking over, then look, Champions League's going to be fine for them. But I think the whole kind of the race is now drawn into us and City now. There's no ifs and buts now. It's solely going to be a race now to get there, and who can pick up.
And just checking the scores right now, City's up 3-0 at the half over Fulham. So
3-0 already. God, I hadn't kind of heard or caught up anything. So but the last game was quite mad as well, though, wasn't it? I mean, they were up very quick, weren't they? And then Fulham come back and scored last minute. That was a ridiculous score, wasn't it?
I think that one was like 5-4 or something.
That
game was drunk. Like it was a great game to watch, but like, goddamn, guys.
Yeah, that was mad. But look, it's one of those. Sit here at home, and again, they're going to want to put pressure on us. But it is what it is. We have to do a job tomorrow. Do our own job. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
And everything is good. But what was your take on? We're going to go straight to Sunderland now. What were your thoughts on the lineup?
So I liked the lineup. I didn't take any issue with Madueke being in Osaka. I actually rate Madueke. I know some people don't. I know there was the whole issue with him coming over from Chelsea and everything, but I personally like him. I personally like him. Our midfield setup was great. I really liked that. The defense is the defense. The only criticism that I would have is David Raya.
Okay.
You knew that was coming.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with that one. My question was obviously over the number 9 position, and obviously putting the big man on the bench, Gyökeres.
So
With,
so
with
suppose, so supposedly Arteta told him that he was going to have, you know, a big role in the game. You know, I don't think Jesus did badly, but you know, he wasn't as effective as we needed him to be. You know, I think the game, you know, really changed once Gyökeres came on, just because it offers you know, a different profile of player up there.
Yeah.
You know, I will say full credit to Sunderland. They came to play. They came to play, and you know, the scoreline reflected that, just because of the gap in quality. But yeah, you know, I respect them for doing what they did.
Yeah, like I said, they did come out and play, and like I kind of put in my blog, and I suddenly said, look, it's down to certainly us getting past them, and are they going to kind of have that mid kind of like low block, really make it difficult? But it was all, literally up to us, and I thought we handled it well. I thought we controlled the game good, but as I said, they come out and they did cause us some problems. But I have to say, I don't think really at any point were we really kind of under proper pressure on that side, which you wouldn't expect anyway, being at home. But we got the telling stuff towards the end of the half, and a bit of magic. I'm going to just give you one word, Zubimendi, and let you talk about him for a minute.
Oh, like, that goal was absolutely filthy. Absolutely filthy. Like, the technique, hitting it with the outside of the right boot, like, and he knew exactly what he was doing too. He knew. Like, I mean, it was basically, I mean, if you've seen curling, you know, in the Olympics right now, like, he just curled it right around that defender. Like, I don't know if he meant to glance it off the post, but it was the only place he could have put it, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Honestly, like, he was the man of the match for me. He really was. You know, just being in the places he needed to be in. You know, the thing I've always talked about is, you know, he makes the pass before the pass, and he did that so often. You know, this game, like the more I watch the games, and you know, I'm able over here, you know, to go back and watch a replay because it's on Peacock or whatever like that. You know, I'll watch the game when it's on, you know, for the result, but then I'll go back and I'll take a look and, you know, kind of see how everybody moves around and how they did. And the more I watch Zubimendi, the more I like him.
Yeah, no, like I said, I thought the midfield themselves done really well. I thought Rice again had another colossus game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he was everywhere, and I mean, Havertz coming back and getting involved and playing around. It's going to take time for him, no question. But he's certainly got something about him coming into this team. And look, we're missing Marino for a couple of months at least. And with him coming back in, I've got a feeling that we're not going to miss Marino as much as what we thought we may do, just because of his profile.
no.
I look at Marino, and I don't know about you, but he adds the physicality or the physical side of things to us in that centre, and he then is really good with the ball in close quarters. When it's all real tight in and around, he can kind of move the ball. He can dribble out of danger. It looks. Well, I suppose it's easy to sum up a lot of players or supporters don't really know or understand what he is. I mean, that's the one criticism. It's like, well, what is he? What kind of player? Look, you see him. He's a defensive midfielder, but he's scored X goals like as a striker. And you're suddenly thinking he's like that utility player that we used to have back in the day. And yeah, I just think Havertz certainly can unlock something else. I think in this squad. What are your thoughts about Havertz?
I mean, Kai Havertz is my guy. I love Kai Havertz, but he and Gyökeres, like they got to be roommates or something with how well they get along. Like, you know, I think Gyökeres has taken a little bit. I mean, duh. You know, he's taken time to settle into the team, but he has that rapport with Kai Havertz. They just know where each other where they're gonna be, and I think that's really unlocked. That's really unlocked Glock 14.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think when we looked at the signing him coming in, I don't think Arteta wanted him to be maybe say that number one choice. I think he was always going to be potentially looking with Havertz to start with, and then bring him in gradually.
Yeah, but, and then Havertz got injured, and
then Havertz got injured, and then that was it. And you suddenly think, yeah, look, you've got to learn as you play. So yeah, I think it would have been nice to be able to kind of almost just kind of bed in and just kind of hit the ground slowly. But he's been chucked in straight away. So, yeah, no, it was good. But look, coming off the bench, man, Arteta said about finishers, not substitutes. I mean, 2 goals. I mean, what did that tell you at the end of the game? What Gyökeres was trying to get from that performance, because I thought he played fantastic when he come on. He was always a threat, and he took the 2 goals really well.
Yeah, he did. You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is something that we can circle back on later on. But the players that he was playing with yesterday, they knew how to feed him the ball. I mean, you look at or what yesterday, whenever it was. You know, Martinelli did not have to square that ball to him, but he did. You know, like, it's just a different mindset. You know, and I think that's great. You know, I think that Gyökeres definitely had something to prove, but I read somewhere that, like, I think from the beginning of the year, you know, he's got like the most goal involvements or something in the Premier League, which is great for him. So, you know, I think he's coming into his own, and you know, he's kind of shutting up the haters.
Yeah, no, definitely. As I said, it's with the amount of goals he's got now. He's slowly shoring it up now.
And it's not like he's stat padding either. You know, I think that was one of the criticisms of him in Portugal, was that, you know, he would bang them in for fun against the weaker teams, but then, you know, when you came up against a Benfica, when you came up against, you know, a Porto, somebody like that, you know, he'd struggle. And that's not necessarily happening here. You know, Sunderland, yeah, they're what, 8th right now? They're strong mid-table. And so they're not pushovers, but you know, they're also not, they're not City, they're not Villa, they're not Liverpool. But I think you do need to get the confidence against those, you know, strong mid-table teams to be able to perform the way you need to against the stronger teams.
No, but this is what I've said. Look, this is a massive step up for him. Yeah, look, everyone say like, yeah, he's played in the Championship. He's then moved over to Portugal. he scored the goals over there, but now coming into this kind of team, this kind of expectation, the technical ability that is or that is asked upon you in this setup, it's all going to take time. And I say the same about Eze. When we talk about Eze and Eze not playing and not getting on the minutes, he's got to reinvent himself almost in a way, or certainly learn the position. When was the last time that he ever played against a low block for Palace?
Probably never.
This is where we got to suddenly like look at it and suddenly think it's great when you can kind of run into space and glide through towards goal with all that space in front of you, and you can come up with moments and create chances like that. But when you've got say 10 players in front of you with no space, you've got to learn this kind of side of things. So that's why I think potentially he got kind of taken out and try to get a little bit better, more of an understanding how to kind of get around what he's up against. But I think he'll come good as well, and he has it at times. He's just got to stay sharp and stay level-headed with it all. Just don't kind of get down and head drop. Just keep going. But yeah, I was really impressed, and look, it was setting us up nicely because we knew obviously City had a real tough game going to Anfield the next day. Before we go on that, I'm just going to quickly jump into the chat quickly. There's a bit of commotion going on in there. Charles 87, Brian, I like the screen name. Yeah, he's our Star Spangled. Man City 3-0 up. Yeah, giving me a headache. That don't like seeing it. Emerson, evening, Paul and Brian.
Emerson, what's up, dude?
And Ange is in the chat as well. Good evening, boys. Please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Come and get involved. And Emerson just confirmed. Had moved from Upton Park, and Upton Park is flats like Highbury. I didn't take you to Highbury, did I? I didn't.
No. I mean, we walked around there a little bit, but didn't they have like a gate or something where like?
Yeah, next time you're over for a game, I'll see about getting you inside.
Okay.
I've got a friend who has an apartment in there, so it's quite a nice little adventure in there. And you go to the marble halls and stuff. It's nice. Burnley have had a comeback. They're 3-2 up now. Were they 2-0? 2-0 down, Burnley.
I think they were.
And they come back two quick goals. So all over. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, like I said, it might get late April if he's lucky, if it's good. But yeah, as I say, if it's in all honesty.
I heard he was having. I heard he was actually having his surgery today.
Oh no, yeah. I think he had it. I don't know if it was. There was a picture from his bed, so I think he's at it. Either was it Friday or?
I heard it was today. I could be making that up though. I could be making that up.
Yeah, maybe I know. Maybe I don't know. But I know it's kind of just happened. So, in all honesty, if he's going to go to the World Cup, he's going to have to kind of play some football before he's taken. I suppose it's a big risk otherwise, isn't it? And I don't think Arsenal should allow it either. As probably as bad as it probably sounds, what if we go and let him go? He's played no football. He goes over there and then injures it again, or injures it worse, and he's then out again. I don't know. Maybe that's I suppose it's all down to the medical department, isn't it?
Well, I mean that's always been the big fight between FIFA, UEFA, and the club teams, because I think I think we're required by FIFA or UEFA, whatever the governing body for that specific competition is.
Yeah,
I think we're obligated to let them go on international duty, And there is something where, and somebody back check me on this. Emerson, you probably got me already. But I think there's something where if they get injured on international duty, the national federation somehow reimburses the club team for whatever
Yeah.
happened. Like I don't think it's 100% of salary or whatever it may be, but they do have the obligation to say, hey, sorry, we got him hurt.
Yeah, they get compensation for it now, so they do look after clubs a bit more. But as I said, yeah, I think they had to do it because they had to make sure that people weren't just going to pull the players out. But yeah, no, we'll see. But yeah, look, I'd hate for anyone to kind of miss a World Cup. But as I said, look, you have to look after the players as well. But as I said, he'd have long enough time out anyway.
Yeah.
You just hope that he's got maybe some little part to play before the end of the season if he can get back. And said he's super Mick and he will be missed. Yeah, look, he's done really well this year and last year. Still talk about Havertz. Yeah, I think Ange she's not too fond of Havertz. I don't think. So trying to embrace Havertz, but yeah, good link up. I mean, they are good.
Like Ange dislikes Havertz as much as I dislike David Raya.
Delusional, you two. Delusional. And Brian, FIFA will pay for any players that are seriously injured. Yeah, so yeah, they get some compensation on that side. So thanks, Emerson. Like I said, any questions in the chat, drop in there, and we'll try and answer them. Get going. But yeah, look, we're going to go on to Sunday. And did you manage to catch the Man City game?
I caught some of it, and I was listening to it on the radio while I was going around. But I saw the extended highlights of the very end, and like all I heard, especially during that whole Szoboszlai Holland back and forth, all I heard was the Benny Hill theme going on in my head there, and then there were two penalties or two possible penalties that just weren't checked, and then Allison came up and then was jogging back. It's what is going on here? Like what is going on? And thinking about that penalty on Allison, or I'll say penalty, because Nunez was not getting to that ball. He was not getting to that ball. He was not putting it on frame.
Just to stop you there, breaking news. Kai Havertz is set to miss Brentford and Tottenham. Just getting hot off the press. Yeah. Muscular injury, problem expected to keep him out of Brentford and Tottenham, but hoped not to be a serious issue. So that's just broke from Ornstein and Fabrizio. So yeah, that's a bit of a gutter on that side. So I take back my Marino kind of and Havertz kind of coming in because we're gonna have to do without that now. That's a bit of bad news there on that side. But yeah, going back to the madness at Anfield.
I mean, I don't get it. I put in the group chat. I don't want to call the league corrupt. I really, really don't, because I want to believe that there is sporting integrity. But when you see City get all these calls, when you see the Premier League script writers, we always joke about that. When you see the script writers making sure that City can get the points that they need, I'm just questioning it, dude. I'm just questioning it.
I mean, it's not the only time it's happened, and I mean, you go back through years and you do see the penalties that have been given for him. I mean, you look at that Bernardo Silva penalty at the Emirates where he was pulled down to the ground, but he defied physics and gravity and rose up the other way to then fall back down.
And that was the same game where Odegaard got cleaned out.
That was after the Odegaard, wasn't it? Odegaard was in the first half, I think. No, it was in the same. It was the same half because we were down. It was down the other end of the clock end, and that was not given. It wasn't. It was checked, but they never showed the replay.
Yeah, I remember that.
It should have, or the angle that they would have proved that there was contact, and we only saw that after the game.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
And this is what we talk about. We suddenly talk about the whole narrative about Sky. Even Neville saying about, I think there's 15 seconds left. And he says, man's just told us. He said, we just overheard someone. Tried to backtrack a little bit. And you're suddenly just thinking, something's not right there. I mean, if Sky are just holding on to footage and have got angles that are not there for VAR or anything like that, then surely that's got I don't know how it works in regards to the angles inside the stadium. Are they specific ones that are kind of set up and given for people? I don't really know. I mean, if Sky have a certain camera there, did the FA really, or did PGMOL really know about all of them? I don't know. So it's strange. So it's but again, I look at that Liverpool one and I thought there had to be some kind of check or something done, and it was brushed over. There were so many bodies there come flying in. Even the Gay one. I mean, Saliba got red card for a halfway line.
Oh, and then there was that bullshit with Trossard too.
Trossard, yeah, and then even the headbutt with he's headed the ball and then clash of heads, and then we got the red card there. So there's loads of little kind of things where you suddenly think we just got the. I mean, you could go on. Martinelli, double yellow card.
Oh my god!
It's mad. It is crazy, but yeah, I think we'll leave that game now. I think, and just to it was just frustrating to see it. I was don't know about you at the end. I was quite deflated, as in I thought they were going to drop the points. It looked like they were going to do it, and then that real stupid decision by Alisson to come out for the ball. Doesn't need to do it. Poor decision. And gifts a way back. And then, at the end, absolute carnage. And, not saying you want to see, but it is what it is. We didn't lose anything. Again, we've got rid of another game. We've increased our goal difference on that side, albeit now Man City look like they've clawed a little bit more back again, goal difference wise, and it's all on us. Let's go into tomorrow, and it's one for the chat as well. If we win at Brentford, how do you see the title race? Do you still think it's over, or do you think it's going to be still really, really tight?
I mean, with City, it's never over. With City, it's never over. I mean, looking at going to Brentford, we have 4 away wins in a row against them in all comps. And we haven't lost there since that, infamous 2021 game, when they came up and they beat us 2-0, 3-0, whatever it was. We won at the Emirates. back in December 2-0, and that game was a lot tighter than I think we all thought it was going to be. And the 2 goal scorers were Marino and Saka, neither of whom are playing right now. All time, or our away record this year is 7 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. You look at Brentford, their home record is 7 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So, something's going to have to give there. Another thing that I saw about Brentford, like, they don't shoot the ball a lot. Like, I don't remember where in the standings they are, but they only take high quality shots. Like 50% of the shots that they take are shots on goal. And then 30% of their shots on goal have gone in this year. Like, it's a ridiculous percentage. Absolutely ridiculous. But they don't typically play against, defenses as good as us. But kind of circling back, no, I don't think the title race is over if we win tomorrow. I'm not buying my plane tickets to come over there for the parade yet.
Yeah, no, I look at it. I said earlier on, I said these next 3 games are very interesting. Look, we know now at this minute we've got a 3-point gap. We roll it on. Yeah, obviously tomorrow, if we do win, obviously back to 6. Obviously Newcastle go to Man City next up before we then play Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
But
no,
before that, obviously I've digressed. We get the 3 points. That takes us to 6 points. Then we've got Wolves away on Wednesday, which, if we did then win that, takes us 9 points clear. Yeah, if Man City do drop points or they win, we're always then, obviously, when we go to Tottenham now, have a chance of putting it to 9 points. We kind of play ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wolves the entire season have looked like a bag of smashed assholes, and they have not done anything to disprove that assessment. I think that game is going to be a good game to try and pad for goal difference. But I think the North London derby is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting, with Thomas Frank being out. Yeah. I don't know who they're going to bring in. Maybe Ange again. But, one of the problems that Tottenham has had this year is I think they've got like 11 injuries right now.
Yeah.
Like an entire lineup that's on the treatment table, and that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I will never ever express any sympathy to that small club, 5 miles away from us. But I kind of understand. I kind of understand.
You need to sort your geography out, though, mate. It's not that far. Yeah.
I thought it was further than that. No. I don't know. Who cares about him? Who cares about him?
No. Not certainly not. Yes. Without doing Google Maps, yeah. It seems a bit far. It seems a bit far. But look, I think these next 5 games. So when you look at it, all written down: Brentford, Wolves. You then take Tottenham, 3 away games on the trot. Then you get to Chelsea at home, and then Brighton away on the 4th of March. And you're suddenly thinking, if we get through that cluster of games and we come away with 15 points, What are your feelings then?
I mean, I'm not scared of Chelsea. You know, we just beat them handily in in the Carabao Cup semifinal. You know, Brighton has always been a tricky place to go. But we've got
They're all under
Everton.
lights as well. That's the thing. We look at this this game tomorrow under the lights. Wolves again, a tricky away game. I mean, it was. I think it was set for. I think Sunday was it? Yes, this it was the day of the final. So it would have been the atmosphere wouldn't have been as probably electric as what it is going to probably potentially be under the lights. Like I said, all these kind of stadiums, they have different energy kind of under the lights, and we saw it with Brentford when they come up, how that can change.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, there's three big away games all midweek under the lights, and yeah, look, we're gonna have to be the top of our game to get anything from them. But I'll tell you what, 5 wins out of 5 on those, I'd be absolutely buzzing.
I mean, I could see us doing it. I could see us doing it, you know. But then once we get through that stretch of games, then we go to the Etihad.
Well, that'll be 8. Yeah, so we'd have another 3 games on top of that. Then it's Man City. Then it'd be Man City.
Oh yeah, I miscounted.
They're 5 games from the end, Man City. But again, I said we go there if we've still got a 6-point or even, potentially even more advantage on them going over there. Then I'm not too worried about how we approach it. I want us to go there and compete. I want us to almost. I don't say I want them to throw a spanner and then all of a sudden really go for it, and then all of a sudden just get totally picked off, because we've been there and done that, and obviously they're going to be well up for it as well, aren't they? Because they're sensing blood.
Well, you know, like, you know, I don't think any of us expected Pep to park the bus when they came to the Emirates. And I almost think that Pep might do a rope-a-dope again, you know, and we kind of have this idea that, you know, that he's going to come out because it's going to be at the Etihad, and, you know, he's going to have all the crowd support and everything like that. But then all of a sudden park the bus again, you know, or, I mean, you don't know. You know, you can go back and forth. You can, you know, contradict yourself. It's like that scene in The Princess Bride with like the whole poison and everything like that, and, you know, don't get in a land war in Asia, that sort of stuff.
Oh God, no. We'll just have to. Yeah. Well, look, take it. Obviously, it's game by game, but when you look at it, and I don't like picking up a group of fixtures and then suddenly trying to call the result and say, oh yeah, we get this, we get this amount of points on these. Yep. It is always about what we got in front of us, do the job, then it moves on to the next one. But I'll tell you what, that's a big carrot to kind of chuck in front. If you say, yeah, look, we've got 5 big performances, 5 cup finals, get it done. And yeah, I'd be over the moon with that. I'm going to just jump into the chat again. Des is in the chat. Hopefully be with you soon, he says as well. So hopefully that'll be before Brentford. Angie's bubbling around. Yeah, the women had a really good. What was that? 4-0 was it? I can't remember. I kept on seeing the scores flashing up. I think it was 4-0. Yeah, 4-0. Yeah, really good performance, and then that shores up getting into the knockouts now. So yeah, nice easy second leg, and away you go. So yeah, job done. So well done, the ladies. The player is injury prone. See, she couldn't resist. She's going for him already.
She won't even say his name. How messed up is that?
I know, that's mad. And you wonder why I don't get excited about him. Look, It's unfortunately when you look at a player that's had been a long time from injury, there are going to be these little niggles all the time, and muscular is also a problem as well. Yeah, it's just a shame. It's just again, it's you just want it to kind of carry on. Hopefully, it's not too long. And like I said, if it's only say these 2 games, then great. If it's anything longer, then potentially you've got like a little problem. But yeah, North London derby, I would have liked him especially kind of playing because he's just one of those players can give something a bit special. So yeah, but someone's going to have to step up now. Yeah, all the various camera angles are in places that are hard to spot by fans. Yeah, that's mad. Paul, still tight to call from me. What was that? The
about the
Odegaard. Was that the Odegaard one? Yeah. I mean, I just looked at. I even looked at those offside goals yesterday as well. Don't know if you saw them. I mean, that was the Newcastle first Willock's goal, and it was like it was literally a glancing part of his forehead was marked offside from the defender's shoulder.
Yeah,
and it was like, what? Are we really going to disallow goals for that when you can say that it is totally level?
I mean that's the thing though. Like, offside, of anything in football, offside is black and white. Do I mean, even if you go with Arsene Wenger's rule, where as long as there's one part of your body that's still in line with the defender, but like the entire rest of your body can be offside, then you're still onside. You're still going to have the same problem where it's black and white. Either you're onside or you're offside. I think, and like I don't really know how it would be done, but there should be there should be some ability to kind of look at the spirit of offside, if you will. If it puts you in an offside position where you're not really going to gain an advantage, then don't call it offside, or something like that. Something like that. I'd have to think through it more, but the point I'm making.
Yeah, I just think it's got to be something like the ground in the feet or something like that. Just like literally, or like a leg, it's got to be kind of offside, or there is real kind of like a movement in front of a player. If you're kind of like that and you've got maybe say someone's foot that's kind of a different kind of direction to another one, I'm just like, well, is there really an advantage there? Is it really worth maybe disallowing a goal for? If you're unsure, you're having to slow it down, zoom it in, draw lines. Where's the advantage to the attacker? Where was the old rule that was like that? And I mean, that's where you suddenly think about it. Why is it all micromanaged and just really kind of drilled into? Because that's not what it probably should be used for. I don't think we need. I mean, look, no one would have had any qualm if they had given it as a goal yesterday. But I looked at it and I thought, well, you can't 100% confirm it is 100% offside. There is going to be a margin of error on that system as well. And if the camera angle was not there either, which is what they were kind of like almost saying, the angle's not quite good as what they've got.
Well, one of the things I remember from either like a couple seasons ago was, at first they were using the lines that were like millimeters or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And everybody got all bent out of shape, rightfully so. About this whole thing about how, they tried to talk about the spirit of the law, this, that, and the other. And then they ended up, using a thicker line for, like for whatever that meant. It ended up, not necessarily being as precise. So I mean, I guess that helped, but I mean, we could go down the rabbit hole on VAR. Like,
Oh yeah, we'll avoid
that's,
that.
I mean, we could do an entire show on
Yeah,
why VAR is good or why VAR is bad.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely, mate. Yeah, it's one of those. It will never go away. Certainly discussions about it and the technology itself, but um, yeah, look, we have to go straight on to Brentford, aren't we? What are you expecting from the game tomorrow from them?
Um, I don't really have any expectations per se. You know, I think they're going to play us in a low block like most other teams do,
Mm.
and try and hit us on the counter. Um, but I don't see him getting anything out of it. I'm saying 3-0, 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Oh, you jumped in early on that one. Um, oh, Jesus, it's got off piste. You're into the old ski slopes, aren't you? God, it's going off piste. Um, Obviously, they just beat Newcastle 3-2. Yeah, and yeah, look, they're going to be physical. I think they are going to be a threat from set pieces, but I think they're also quite vulnerable as well from set pieces as well. So something that we can potentially target.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think they've got. I think the one guy that impressed me in the home game. I can't remember his name, but he was the one that was taking all the long throws. And that's not
yeah,
because why he impressed me. I just thought it was kind of all over. He was just running around, chasing everything. Um, but yeah, I think they're going to press us high. It's all going to be about how we kind of get out of that and move the ball on. Team news. I think obviously Saka's still going to be out. I haven't heard Arteta at his press conference, but I'm guessing he's still out.
yeah.
Um,
I would assume so.
yeah, Odegaard again. We've still got some doubts on there. I think they're probably going to come back for maybe Wednesday with a view to kind of get onto Tottenham. I don't think they'll be playing. They may get a couple of minutes, maybe the FA Cup if they need it. Otherwise, I mean, this FA Cup squad's going to be literally a full rotation. I think,
Well, I
and
mean,
that's
Wigan's what, League One right now, like bottom of the championship. Like, I mean, you and I could probably get out there and be okay.
no, I don't know about you, but yeah, no, no. Look, you've got to give, and this is what I say about like even like like your Wanieris and everything like that. Obviously, one or two games isn't really going to cut it on that side for a player like that. They want constant kind of playing time. We can't give it, unfortunately, in the system. But we have got lots of players that are still. Look, I've got Incape, I've got Mascara. I think they're probably still going to be main ones with Ben White, and you suddenly look at that, you've got Norgard, all vying for those kind of like the spots, and then the youngsters even coming in, that kind of they're in and around the team, aren't they? They're training with the first team squad at the minute, so I can see them coming in and just really kind of just getting a proper run out. And yeah, we can have our normal players on the bench. We obviously have to, just in case anything has to be rescued or whatever. I just see Saturday as a real kind of almost just allow everyone to reset a little bit, and then we go again, big game Wednesday, and then on to Sunday at Tottenham. So yeah, going to be interesting. Does one question? Does Gyökeres start?
What, start tomorrow?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would bring him on as a super sub again.
Okay.
I think that brings up, an interesting question as well. I was listening to another podcast earlier today, and the question came up, whether Martinelli is a starter or a super sub as well.
Yeah, we've had this one where we had the discussion that he just absolutely loves Champions League.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Like, you chuck him in like league games, he's a different player. Chuck him in the Champions League, something happens. But yeah, again, this is what I've been saying for 2 years. On that left-hand side, no one really grabbed that number one berth and said, I'm going to make it my own. And that means by creating something from the start. It was always whoever come on and finished the game that created the moment or had the man of the match performance or player of the match performance. Like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what he does on that side. Does he go with Jesus for the fact that he is running around more, and he does obviously offer a good load of link-up play? There's something about him, isn't there, I think, which still attracts Arteta to him. I mean, just the way he runs around, the energy, taking nothing away from Gyökeres. Obviously, they're two totally different players, but yeah. I just wonder if that space in behind will become more apparent later on in the game, where we do get a grip of the game.
I think it will. I think that's why. I think that's why Arteta brought him on as the super sub the other day, because Gyökeres thrives off service. Gyökeres thrives off making those runs in behind. He's not going to be your link up guy. He's going to be the guy that's going to get onto the link up, if you will. Gabriel Jesus, he is going to be that link up guy. He is an outstanding dribbler of the ball, and his work rate is, I mean, you would think that dude's getting paid overtime for the amount of work that he does off the ball. And I think that's what really draws Arteta to him. And I think that in the beginning of the game, you are going to want somebody with that kind of energy to maybe even tire the back line out, and then get Gyökeres on to be the finisher, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Emerson doesn't know. Yeah, he wants. What was that? I'll tell you. So he wants to Jesus against Tottenham. Emerson. I don't know. I think he wants Gyökeres starting tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Sunday. FA Cup, isn't it? It's Sunday, isn't it? Sorry, I got confused. I suddenly thought I'm going on Saturday. Jesus. Yeah, they'll probably be game time. I've got Des coming in for the final furlong. Evening, Des.
Evening, lads. Sorry I'm late. Sorry about that. I hope you've had a good show.
Yeah.
Well, up until now, yeah. Got him.
It's gonna get even better now, mate.
Yeah, we're almost reining it in, and
that's all right,
just
mate. That's all right. That's
going over thoughts on Brentford.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously you're going to be doing a watch along on
Sunday.
Are you
tomorrow. I might be actually. I know Richard's doing it. I might be, because I think my missus is going to Leeds. So Sam's going to Leeds. So there's a good chance that I could be on tomorrow night. Yeah, with Richard. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
It's the women's game tomorrow, isn't it? No, it's not.
No, we're playing. The men are playing.
Isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Should we start again? Should we come back, go back out and come back in again?
I reckon so, mate. Good evening.
Yeah. Got to turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
Yeah. So, tomorrow's game. Yes, if I'm available, I will be doing it with Richard. Yes.
Yeah, no, good. No, it should be good. I'm there at the stadium tomorrow, so yeah.
What have you guys predicted?
I've not predicted anything yet. Someone's done.
I jumped the gun.
Emerson said Trossard is out too.
Yeah, hamstring, isn't it?
So he was. Yeah, he did feel it. I think was it at the game, wasn't it?
He felt it. He felt it at the last game.
Yeah. So
he could be out for 2 months, Paul.
Yeah, it could be if it's bad. Emerson said, we're going to have a young team. They have our ex-academy player, Matt Smith. Yeah, I remember him.
They've just sacked their manager, though, haven't they?
Wasn't he in Doctor Who?
He was. Yeah.
No, they also have Jamie Carragher's son as well playing for him as well.
Oh,
so might be
but they've also just sacked their manager as well, haven't they, Wigan?
I don't know. Yeah,
I think they have just in the last couple of days.
Yeah, good build up.
Mm.
Yeah, Paul, do not be surprised that Bailey Joseph gets a run out on Sunday. Yeah, pending on the result, the time he comes on. Yeah, I said
we'll see a lot of kids. I think we'll see a lot of kids on Sunday, maybe.
I think those attacking places will be well up for grabs for the youngsters just to go and show. So I'm even. Yeah, look, I've said about keeping people jogging on and ticking over, lubricated. 45 minutes here and there for certain players, but yeah, these kids have got a chance. So look, here's a few of those. Evening Des and
evening Emerson.
Even though
you guys are good.
There's no late ones. God, why are you so late? Yeah, you know what I mean? Just there's no Lee Dixon kind of like ones going on. See my tweet. It's still called a tweet. My post said about queuing up for Tottenham their tickets outside the stadium, and then we had an away game at Villa Park, and the team coach was waiting outside the Marble Halls just to get them all on, because the car park used to be underneath the clock end, so the players used to park up and then come running out onto the street into the coach. So we were all standing there waiting for the tickets to come out. And then I could see Pat Rice like this, just like looking at his watch, just
Pat Rice, the legend,
just like literally death stare, just looking up at the exit where the car park is. And all of a sudden, you could hear this little commotion, someone running down the street. Lee Dixon late. Got on the bus, so yeah, got on the bus and then off it went, and yeah, I got
the good old days, mate. The good old days.
Oh, mate, they were the good ones. Yeah, so
yeah. Brian, it's nice to see that you've been zapped again by the MIB.
You know what? The sunglasses make me look better.
They do. I've got to
say, I've got a face for radio, man.
There's spot on about the ex-Wigan manager. So yeah, there you go.
Just for Brian's benefit, I'm gutted that we're not going to be able to say Thomas the Frank Engine anymore.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's sad. I wish it could have carried on another couple of months.
Yeah. Keep him till they should have kept him till the end of the season.
Yeah. Look, just think of that money they've paid off another manager with now.
What's that? Is that 8 on the bounce now?
Oh, it's meant. I haven't looked it up, but I was going to go and ask around and just say how many managers since Arsene Wenger joined.
I think it's. I could be wrong, but I think it's either 7 or 8, mate.
No, more than that.
Poch, Jose, Conte,
Nuno,
Ange, Thomas the Tank Engine, or Thomas the Frank Engine. My bad. Can't even remember my own goddamn joke.
And Forrest Drew.
Hasn't there been an interim? Has there not been an interim one as well?
There've been a couple. There've been a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't Scott Parker? I know that dude Ryan Mason. He's been caretaker a couple
That was
times.
the other one I was thinking of, Ryan Mason. That's right. Yeah. They're all screaming for Poch to come back, aren't they?
Poch better not come back. We're like 4 months away from the World Cup. If he comes back, I'm going to be bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I think Jamie O'Hara's free. So
yeah. If Jamie O'Hara manages them, they'll guarantee to go down. David Ginola might be free if they give him a ring.
No, we'll leave that.
So there's an anagram to David Ginola. I will not put it like if you want to play along at home, go ahead and do it, but I am not going to say out loud what it is.
It's obviously a weird word, isn't it, Brian?
Huh?
Go for it.
Wait, you want me to say it out loud?
Well, what we talking about there?
An anagram of.
But you can rearrange all the letters in David Ginola to say.
Oh, maybe save that for the save it for the GC. Just
save that one for the GC, mate.
I've just
and says get Big Sam in. Do you know what I reckon they'll do? This is genuine now, right? I reckon they'll get Harry Redknapp in till the end of the season.
Yeah, he said he'd do it for free, didn't he?
Yeah, I reckon they'll get Harry Redknapp in till the end of the season.
That
would not surprise me in the slightest.
Oh, I don't know. What are your thoughts on tomorrow, Des? I know you're thinking the ladies was playing tomorrow, but
yeah, I know. Sorry, I've got my days muddled up, mate.
That's all right.
Do you know what it is? It's It's another 3-pointer. We need it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's Brentford. Yeah. We can beat Brentford. We can beat them. They're beatable. So 3 points. We need to nail another 3 points to the mast, mate, and get back to 9 points or 7 points, whatever the case may be. Yeah.
No, 6 points.
So look, end of the day, City blow hot and cold, I know, but they can still chase down the points that we are ahead. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing. 3 points every game. And I know it's going to sound boring for the rest of the season, but that's what it needs to be. It needs to be 3 points every game.
Like I said, if we start as soon as we start thinking about other teams and how other teams have done, that's when it goes a bit wrong.
I mean, let's be absolute. I'll be absolutely 100%. City were lucky at the weekend. They were lucky.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to dwell on that too long. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just a case of just get another 3 points, lads, and let's keep moving forward. Most definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. I still think I've caught up a couple of little bits. I think Odegaard and Saka are going to be close.
Can I make a point? Just a quick. I know you're trying to close it down pretty simple, but can I make a quick point about Gyökeres and Saka?
Yeah.
Right. Since Saka hasn't been on the pitch, Gyökeres is scoring goals. Does that tell you something?
No, he scored. He scored in Milan, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, but it just seems that I don't know. I've been a bit on a ride lately, but I think the issue is when you don't have Saka, you've got Madueke. Madueke is more of a direct kind of winger or wide player. I mean, he goes through times he doesn't know what he actually the end result is going to be. And that's part of the rawness of him being a young player. Saka's got a bit more, he's a bit more cultured, I think, in that side. He knows what he's going to do. He's going to come inside. He's going to play, go and shoot it. Madueke goes the other way, and he wants to get to the byline and then either say zip something in or send it miles out for a throw. And credit to Martinelli as well, because he could have scored that the other night and the other day, but he knocked it off to Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's what it is, Des. I think it's people getting in and around him when he has the ball, so he can have chances to run off.
Yeah.
I mean, lay them on the plate. They need it. Go on. What are you saying? Star Spangled.
So
MIB.
I think it was a Champions League game about a month ago, and Saka was breaking down the right, and Gyökeres made an outstanding run right to the spot. Saka didn't play it to him. Saka had every opportunity to play it to him.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And then in the next phase of play, somehow Gyökeres got the ball and he scored. But either Saka hates Gyökeres' hair, or Dark Knight Rises or something, but he will not get the ball to Gyökeres. Won't do it. I don't know if it's a jealousy thing. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be something. It is not tactical. It is not, it's not because he's not visible. Saka doesn't do it. So here's my hot take. Here's my hot take. I think we should look at selling Saka at the end of the season. Hear me out on this.
I'm going to, mate. I want to hear the whole
out on this
caboodle, mate.
So right now, Saka is on track for his lowest scoring season for goals, for goal involvements since 2020, 2021, right? Whether that's because of injuries, whether it's because it's performance, whatever it may be, he's not having that good a season, at least compared to his standards. We brought in Gyökeres for 60 million pounds, however much it was, to specifically play the way that we need to play, with a number 9. That's, every team that has won the league has had a number 9 over the past 10 years, call it. Even Vardy, even Jamie Vardy was a number 9. Saka, according to Transfer Market, he's worth 113 million pounds, after converting from euros.
Give or take. Yeah.
Even accounting for the cost of Gyökeres, that's still 50 million pounds of pure profit for selling Saka. And we've got Madueke and we've got Waneri for backup. We have the squad depth. Even if we wanted to, we could buy a top tier replacement. What we don't need is somebody thinking that they're bigger than the club.
But I get what you're saying. But doesn't that also then come back to Mikel Arteta about man management and how he wants the team to play the game? I mean, Paul, does that not come back to Arteta and say, look, Saka, if you see that Gyökeres is free, give him the ball? But I mean, I know I've totally simplified it there. But you know what I mean, don't you?
But it's happened 4 or 5 times this season where Gyökeres has made that run and Saka hasn't gotten him the ball.
Yeah, it might again. We look at it, I think it's the sinister way of looking at it on that side, and I also think that kind of thing has also come from outside the club as well, where someone's trying to identify something that isn't there. Where they always try to pick an issue inside.
Yeah, but y'all know me. Y'all know.
Oh, I'm just saying that kind of thing was kind of almost thing like, oh yeah, what was it? Who else was it saying about? They loved the bit about Rice giving it and zooming in on him, saying it was effing disgrace and
yeah.
Then they picked up on something else, like there was a row kind of going on inside the camp.
Do you know what part of the problem is, Brian? I know what you're saying, right? But do you know what part of the problem is? It's like what Paul's just said there, right? Other fans, other clickbaiters, other influencers, whatever you want to say, YouTube communities, whatever, yeah? They know that Arsenal fans have this tendency. I'm not saying us, I'm just speaking general, but they know that Arsenal fans have this tendency to squabble between themselves, yeah? So if you can like a match, step back and watch it, that's what a lot of it. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Paul? That's what a lot of it is. It's just
a lot of
it's reactionary.
It's very reactionary in the online side of things, and I said we unfortunately, we're seen as the ones that literally will bite on kind of everything and take it to heart. We're very sensitive, and that's how it all kind of comes across. I don't think 100% there's it's all wrong on that take, by the way.
No, I'm not saying it's all wrong.
I don't agree with the selling of him. I don't see how that still will benefit us in the long term moving forward.
Only financially.
I still think there is potential issues with understanding the role, understanding the whole kind of structure of that attacking play. Remember the talk about Gyökeres pulling off another player away from Saka when he's got the ball, so he's not double marked.
I've said that.
But you can see it, and you do look at it and you think like that. Well, look, if he gets free again, at the split second when you've got a chance to kind of play the ball in, and look, that Martinelli pass to the outside of the boot in Milan was phenomenal, just really good the way it was. And again, maybe it is that is it. It's just understanding each other more and being able to do it. Maybe again, Saka hasn't got the confidence in him enough because he hasn't seen it enough that he's going to hold the ball up or play the ball, carry on, and do it. You don't know, but again, it's one of those. It's you look at it, you think there could be multiple kind of things on that side.
Here's another twist on it, guys. Right? You call it a hot take, sell Saka, Brian. Yeah. There you go. You've started something. You've got a ball rolling, right? Now, your intentions could be 100%. I'm not saying they're not, right? But by the time it's got round the community and all the different people in the fan base, this fan base suffers for. Do you know something called Chinese whispers, Brian? There's a thing called.
I'm assuming it's like the telephone game.
Well, no, I'll explain to you. So, Chinese whispers starts off as one thing, yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
As it gets passed down the line, it becomes something completely different.
Yeah, we call that the telephone game.
Oh, is that what you call that? Right. Okay. So by the time it's got down the line, it becomes something. It was never it wasn't your hot take. It was your hot take to begin with, but by the time it's filtered through, it's become something completely different. Gets twisted, gets mangled, whatever, and that's what our fan base suffers from. They don't listen to the beginning point. They pick up on it halfway through, and we can all be guilty of it, right? But you can pick up on it halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, and you've got something completely different. Yeah?
No, nobody hates Arsenal fans more than other Arsenal fans.
That's a fair comment, I would say. That's a fair comment. But that's what it is.
No, I get it. I mean, like I call it a hot take, joking about it, but like it's like I didn't say that to start anything. Like it was like something for us to think about. And if it does get into the community, which I hope he does, which I hope it does, then it opens stuff up for thought, not for fighting.
No, yeah.
Ange agrees with you. Yep, he's jealous. She goes, yes,
well, you've made a point. You're getting people talking about it, Brian. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't criticizing, bro. I was just saying that our fan base will take your point. Say if we had 1 million subscribers and they were all watching, right? Yeah. By the time it's got round to all those subscribers, it started off as Brian's hot take on Saka, and it's become Brian's talking shit about Saka, basically. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how different it can be. I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying that's how twisted it gets. And sorry for swearing, guys, but I'm just trying to make a point.
Yeah, Retro's in the house. As soon as City or Arsenal go 1 or 2 up on these bottom half table clubs, I expect us to win all. All they do is play Jose Mourinho football. It's boring.
That's a fair thing as well. That is a fair thing.
Yeah. Retro, hi Richard. Retro Ange says, can't believe the comments. Oh, hi Ange, been watching a football show full Leeds fans who hate Arsenal for some reason. Which football show's that? Retro. God.
Yeah. Drop it in the comments, mate.
Being too generous, Paul. Who's this? Who am I being generous to?
We've started something now, haven't we?
Was Mr. Tom part of it? Yeah, he should have been.
Mr. Tom and his nan.
Oxlade Chamberlain went to Celtic, didn't he? In the end, he looks like he scored for him. Fair play.
Yeah, he scored. A lovely picture of Kieran Gibbs on his on Twitter was quite funny when they announced him. If you don't know, you'll never know.
I'm not showing no hate to Brian. I love Brian a bit. So I'm not showing any hate.
Oxlade Chamberlain signing.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
And it was just a picture of Kieran Gibbs.
I must admit, I would have given it. I must admit, on final transfer day, I would have given him a contract. I would have given him a year.
Yeah, I think he wants to play. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I think he was doing his coaching. He was doing his coaching at Arsenal. And, he
would have been a bench warmer, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those. Look, it's got to be a reason for it. There's no point just doing it. Look, we're moving players on that can't get game time.
She means you're being too generous about Saka, Paul. And
Saka?
Yeah, that's what she. Yeah, he is starting. He is starting to flip. I think he is starting to flip some fans, mate. I really do. He's been star boy for years, and now I think he has started to flip a few fans. Well, Brian's one of them.
Yeah. No, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them because I still love Saka. I'm just saying and I am saying for a sporting reason. We could think about it because like I said, if we have a number 9, if we have the number 9 that we've wanted and that every club has basically had that has won the Premier League for the past 10 years, then we don't need a winger out there that's not going to get the ball into that number 9.
But then you could also, I've got a counter point to come back with you there, Brian, right? We could also sell Ethan and get 50 million quid that way.
We could, and I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. Maybe I. God damn it! I wish I had more time to go through all this because now you got me thinking.
It's another show, Brian.
Which is why my head hurts.
Brian, it's another show, bro. It's another show. When you're available, we'll do another show.
I mean, I'm down for this.
Yeah. Well, we'll bring more people in as well. Richard would love that as well. You know what I mean? And there's others. Bring them in.
Y'all are just going to gang up on the American.
Not at all. No. We can do if you want, but
when does that ever not happen?
It's a valid point.
That is a valid point, Paul. Yeah.
Point.
When does that ever not happen, Brian? And how often do you just sit there and take it? All the time, right?
You know what? I give as good as I get.
You certainly do.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go into predictions now.
Wait.
I can't remember Brian's one. It was so long ago he said about it.
I completely jumped the gun too. My bad.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll put it down to satellite delay, Brian. We'll put it down to satellite delay.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Prediction wise.
I'll go 3-0. I'll go 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Good shout. I'm going to go 2-0 to the Arsenal, Paul.
2-0.
Yep.
I'm going to. Well, my original plan was 2-0 as well.
We can agree. It's okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with that. I was right. I was right last week.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I'm just sorry. I'm just quickly doing something. So that was quite good.
Has Hente been in the chat tonight at all?
No, he's not been in. No, not today.
I can give you his prediction, right? Because it's the same every game. Hente would go 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Would he?
Yeah.
1-0. I'd take 1-0 all day long.
Same here, mate. Take them every game. But, they're going to win you the league. Take them every game. Do you know what I mean? Emerson's put one in as well, mate.
What's he gone for?
He's gone for 3-1, the Arsenal.
3-1.
It is at Brentford, isn't it, tomorrow? It is. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, don't forget it's an away game, not a home game.
Yeah, Paul, please don't forget it's an away game, Paul, because we know what you're like.
I've told you this. Look, I'm off. I'm going up to Arsenal to watch the North London derby. It's what you do. Go to the Gunners, get a few drinks in, go and watch the game.
He's never going to live it down, is he, Paul?
Never going to live that down. That shit was so funny.
We love you, Paul. You know that, but you're never going to live it down.
I don't care. You're not ingrained in that kind of life where you kind of go to London, go and watch it on home.
No, it must be really difficult getting around London and remembering where things are.
So
getting on the tube towards Cockfosters.
Get on there.
Oh.
You love a bit of Cockfosters, it's fine.
Ange isn't predicting the score. She's just got to win. She's bottled it. Ange just bottled it.
Ange just bottled it.
Ange just bottled it.
Yeah. So that's it then. So we've got 2-0. Anyone else?
Retro, you must have a prediction in you. Get your prediction in, mate. Oh dear, you lads, you come on here trying to talk about the Arsenal, and the predicting is actually the hardest part, isn't it? Really, because it's going to be a different team tomorrow as well, isn't it? Because obviously Trossard's going to be missing.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, Saka's still missing, isn't he? Saka's still missing, is he? Yeah. Marino's how long's? I mean, he's just had an op. So how long's it? Has anyone got a Tom's?
Probably the end. It'll be the end. It'll be the end of the season.
Really, his season's done. Yeah.
Probably.
I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that's it. So we hope that's as it is, mate. That's we can. I just hope that we've got those players back. Yeah, Odegaard. I think an Odegaard being fit would be really beneficial. I think for us, certainly now we've lost.
Definitely now.
We've lost Havertz and we've lost Marino as well now.
Have we lost Havertz again?
Yeah, Havertz just it broke halfway through.
No way.
Muscular injury, so he's out for 2 games.
Oh.
So that's the game, and we look forward to that. But yeah, before we go, I just wanted to just touch on a little bit of sad news as well, kind of linked with within the channel. A fellow Gooner friend had us kind of going on to, as I was first starting up this as well. It was quite a good kind of opportunity to kind of go and talk football and link up. I met up with him at Potter's Bar to go and see a night with his favourite player, Liam Brady.
The legend.
But yeah, we had the sad news today from Alex's brother on screen here. He passed away sadly through pancreatic cancer.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
Look, I'll give peace and time with the family and friends at the difficult time. But yeah, I'd just like to give a little mention and a moment just to reflect. Cannon Fodder TV was where a large majority of us kind of first met up and got together talking about Arsenal. So yeah, can't take that away. There's a few others in the chat as well that kind of don't really get on, Terry and his brother and stuff. So yeah, look, we're hoping to have a special show with Alex kind of being part of the topic as well, and try and celebrate his kind of life and celebrate a little bit about Arsenal down the line. As I say, he probably would have been absolutely loving life, seeing Arsenal the way it was. Unfortunately, at the start was probably too negative in the way Arsenal were. I think that was just part of it. Rest in peace, Alex, and
rest in peace, brother.
All the best to family. Condolences to you all. But nice knowing you and obviously spending time talking with you. So thank you for your support and stuff. And
I was going to do a tribute on the next watch along that I'm on, Paul, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Look, we keep it going on. And like I said, I'm in touch with his brother. So as I say, we're looking to try and do something down the line. But Alex,
condolences to the family. Yeah,
always a gooner. But just wanted to quickly say that. So lads, thank you very much for coming on tonight. Anyway, but look, we got a massive 3 points now to go and get tomorrow.
Definitely.
But it's sad to see. I'll do a final switch through. Retro's gone 2-0. If we mess up, make sure it's a draw. Yeah. Tommy Tucker, good show, and go again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Ange and Emerson, R.I.P. Alex. Yeah. I said it's always sad. It's always sad to hear news, and you hear it near daily, kind of almost in around social circles. Gone but not forgotten, I think, is probably the best one to look at. And we'll try and celebrate his life in some way. We'll have a little think about it and see what he is. Might do a special show on that side. But stay tuned for that. But guys, thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Thanks for getting involved. Really appreciate it. Again, please like and subscribe to the channel. Come and get involved. Look, 3 points. Brian, it's been a pleasure to see you again. It's been too long.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to see me too.
Let's keep it going because it's always good. It's always good. And thanks, Des, for popping in.
You're welcome, mate. Sorry I couldn't get on any earlier. I would have loved to have been on this show with you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You've got time booked in tomorrow. But
But thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on, Paul. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. But thank you, everyone. And 3 points tomorrow. It's 7:30 tomorrow, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So get on. Whatever.
If I'm not on it, Richard will be on it with other people. So, but if
no pressure on that side. So it's all good. No, but up the Arsenal and Common You Gunners, and
come on, you Gunners.
R.I.P. Alex.
R.I.P. Alex. Rest in peace, legend. See you later, people.
See you later.